Welcome back everyone to Forever Afraid of the Dark. And today we'll be covering episode 9 of season 1, The Tale of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Betty Ann is up again, making this her third story of the season, and the Midnight Society member with the most stories told in season 1. She gives a little preamble, and then starts her story. The story begins with a flashback to 1966. A young girl with a snake tattoo is hiding a strange artifact in an old building. Then we jump ahead to present day, and that same old building is now a school where Dean attends. Dean just kind of exists in the background and really only has one friend, Alex. Later in the day, Dean is in his world cultures class, while a special guest, Dr. Oliver, an archaeology expert, gives a presentation on some interesting artifacts. Dean seems to be very keen on a snake staff once owned by a Babylonian sorcerer named Goth. Goth, you say? After the class, Dean has a chat with Dr. Oliver as he looks over all the artifacts, especially the staff of Goth. The snake eyes glow, and it looks like Dean is in big trouble. Well, it seems like immediately, Dean is possessed and goes down to the school's basement and finds the artifact hidden there back in 1966. Jump forward an indeterminate amount of days later, and Dean has changed, and it seems like he has powers now. He's able to almost possess his mean chemistry teacher, Mrs. Crenshaw. Alex knows there's something wrong with Dean, especially after he acts completely different around her. Okay, Dean, that's a bit unnecessary, don't you think? After some time, Dean is completely transformed. He's extra cool now with a whole new group of friends. You can tell he's cool now by his sweet new leather jacket. One day, Dean takes some mercuric acid, which isn't even a real acid apparently, from chemistry class, and heads to the basement area, and Alex follows him. Dean is holding some kind of ritual using the mercuric acid and belladonna to bring back Goth. Yeah? Bring it on. Alex is spotted and Dean's new friends take off after her. She's able to give him the slip and heads back to see what Dean is up to. He's been able to summon Goth a little bit, and after a short chat and mission briefing, Alex blows it again by making noise, and Goth sends Dean after her.
Stop her!
Alex runs to Mrs. Crenshaw for help, but she's still under Dean's spell. Dean's acolytes are all over the place, and Alex makes a break for it and ends up in the auditorium where Dean is. After a little back and forth, Dean lets Alex go because she is his best friend after all, but she'll become one of them eventually anyway. But Dean is off to prepare for the big ritual. Alex follows them, even though she could have escaped and maybe went to the police. The police wouldn't believe the ancient spirit of a sorcerer returning, but they'd believe her if she just said that she caught someone stealing chemicals from her school's chemistry lab, though. It's worth a shot. And she's captured.
Great job.
Now it's time for the big ritual. Dean gathers his acolytes and the ingredients for the ritual in the pool room that had been closed off for years. This makes me think of another episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark? How about you? Whoa. We'll get to it. Alex tries to stop the ritual by removing the orb from the staff, but it's too late. Dean is able to summon Goth, and Goth has his big moment and gives his speech.
Bow before me, or feel my wrath.
Alex tosses the red orb into the pool, breaking the spell on Dean and the others. Dean has no idea what's going on, and as he attempts to go to Alex, Goth stops him in his tracks. Goth continues his big speech, but Alex runs to a barrel of chlorine, which she dumps into the pool, counteracting the mercuric acid and belladonna, I guess. This sends Goth packing and everything is back to normal. Dean, Alex, and the other kids head off, leaving the staff behind. Oh, and what's this? Dr. Oliver is here, and she planned the whole thing? Oh, she was the girl in the beginning who planted the red orb. And after that little twist, the story is over. The Tale of the Sorcerer's Apprentice is a pretty solid episode, I think. Not one of the weaker ones, but certainly not in the top ranks. Kinda right in the middle. So with that, I'm gonna give this episode 3 wicked cool snake staffs out of 5. And next up is episode 10, The Tale of Jake and the Leprechaun. So until then, stay afraid.